Hey everybody, good morning. It's Mike Nelson with EfficientLending.net. First and foremost, thanks so much for checking out my content online. I always appreciate it when people take time to check out my YouTube videos or my social media, my blog, wherever you're picking me up. I know you're busy, so I certainly appreciate your time. All right, I'm going to kick off a two-part series this week and next on taking advantage of my two favorite opportunities in this market right now in real estate for existing homeowners. This two-part series is going to focus on, like I said, homeowners, existing homeowners, and then a couple weeks down the road, I'm going to put up a multi-part series on opportunities for first-time home buyers. So check that out when it goes up. All right, let's just jump into it. What do I think are two phenomenal opportunities in this market? The first one is debt consolidation via refinance. And I am sure people are scratching their head when I say that and say, what are you talking about? Rates are so high. Well, bear with me. I'm going to put up a mathematical example that you can look at, check out, and I'm sure it'll have relevance for you. So check that out here in just a minute. I'll blow that up. The second one is move-up purchase. I think existing homeowners have just a great opportunity to move up their existing home or get investment property, second homes, rental properties, things of that nature. And that'll be next week's installment in my two-part series. All right, just jumping right into it. Let me just first give a quick definition of what debt consolidation is. It's pretty simple. It's just taking existing debt. It could be a HELOC, a home equity line of credit. It could be a vehicle loan. It can be student loan debt. It can be revolving debt. Revolving debt is another way of saying a Visa, MasterCard, American Express. Consolidating it together and using some of your existing wealth, wherever that may be, to pay off that debt. Obviously, paying off debt is to your advantage, and so that's what it is. So, how does this work when it relates to your home? Well, you more than likely have a lot of equity in your home right now, and you can tap into that equity to consolidate your debt, and you can pay it off. And so this market has great opportunity for that. I kind of call what's happening in the market right now the double whammy, and that's pretty simple. Interest rates have been really low for a long time, and so when that happens is every monthly payment you make, a ton of that payment's going to principal in your house versus interest. So you're purchasing more of your house every month via just your monthly mortgage payment. At the same time, we've just seen great, tremendous appreciation in home values all across the country, but for certain in Florida, Colorado, and California, the three markets I spend most of my time in. So it's the double whammy because you're making your monthly mortgage payments, and at the same time, your house is appreciating in value, so you have a lot of equity. And so now the idea is, how do we consolidate the debt? What do we do to take advantage of that equity to the homeowner's favor? So it's actually not that hard to do. So all you do is you consolidate your debt, you refinance your home, and then through that refinance process, you pay off that existing debt. All right, let's look at a real math example here. Now, I'm not going to run through this line by line because it just candidly, it'll just put you to sleep. But I want you to take a look at this. You can download it off my website, and you can run through the numbers, and you can kind of see how it would work for your particular situation. And then just call me, and I'm more than happy to do this for you. It doesn't take very long. It's just an afternoon's type of work, and then we can have a pretty fruitful conversation if potentially consolidating debt and refinancing your home is right for you. Let me give you a little foundation of this example that you see before you. This is based off a hypothetical home purchase, and I just used Arapahoe County, Colorado. In 2010, this example is based on purchasing home at $400,000 home in Arapahoe County, Colorado. And by the way, we can do this for your particular county you want, whether it be in Florida, California, Colorado, wherever. 2010, you purchased a home for $400,000, and you put 10% down. So what is that? $40,000. 10% of $400,000. So you have a $360,000 mortgage, and as you can see in the example, the interest rate is 4%. Now, one of the important things I want to draw your attention to as you read through this example is when I refinance your house, okay, I'm shortening the term. So 2018 minus 2010, you're 8 years into this loan, so you have 22 years left. Well, I'm going to refinance you potentially in this example to a 20-year loan. There is huge financial advantage to that, even though, as you can see on the example, the interest rate is 5.5%. So the point is this your exact scenario? No, of course not. But is it Is it a real world scenario? Does this exist? Yeah, it really probably does. This is something you should absolutely look into. The final thing I want to say about this example, and it's really important, and you can see this here on the bottom page of my debt consolidation sheet. We've consolidated your debt and you're cash flowing positive, meaning you've reduced your monthly payments $275 a month by consolidating those 4 debts, even at a higher interest rate, a 1.5 higher. Now let's say you hypothetically don't take that $275 you're saving a month and you don't go spend it on hamburgers, french fries, Chick-fil-A, and M&Ms. Let's say you hypothetically just keep paying that into your mortgage. What will happen? And it is staggering. As you can see in my example, if you consolidate via refinance, you create that $275 cash flow in this specific example. You're going to shorten that loan to 16 years and 7 months, which means you're going to own your house in just under 17 years versus the 22 you were previously looking at. And what does that mean to you? You're going to save almost $34,000 in interest, and you're going to increase your net worth almost $90,000 just by doing a debt consolidation cash out refinance, even at a much higher interest rate. All right, last thing I'm going to talk about right now, and then we'll move on, is that what am I seeing in common mistakes? I have this conversation with borrowers all day long, every day, and here are the common mistakes I see. Number one is we're not doing the math. Look, the numbers don't lie. This is a real world example, and it's probably not too far off from many people's existing financial situation. And I'm telling you, in this particular case, in this scenario, 5.5% is cheaper than 4%. And it's hard to wrap your head around it, but it is. Second common mistake is listening to media hype. Look, I have no dog in this hunt. I don't care if you love the super liberal media sites or the super conservative media sites. It doesn't matter to me. I just don't care. I'm more focused on the numbers and how we take advantage of what's going on in the market. But I can tell you this. If your news source is saying it is completely doom and gloom, the housing market's going to crash, it's 2007 all over again, you're not listening to the right news source, because that's just not true. On the other hand, if your news source is saying this is the greatest point in our history, everybody's making tons of money, this is going to go on forever, nothing can go wrong, that's also wrong. The truth is this. Right now, there's great opportunity in this market that you can take advantage of. I can tell you, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, we are going to go into a recession. How can I be so sure of that? Because that's what's pretty much has happened since the Red Sea parted and the Israelites crossed over. I mean, it is history. That's going to happen again. And then my YouTube channel is going to say, guys, the market's not great right now. Just make sure you're listening to a good, pragmatic news source that is founding their opinions on what numerically is happening in the market right now, and then you make the right decision. The last thing is make sure you use the right investment team to support you. Get a good real estate agent who understands what's happening in the housing market. Get a good lender who's willing to do the math for you. Have good financial advisors around you. If you do those 3 things, you're really going to be able to take part in what I think is a robust and in a good real estate and financial market right now. All right, I'm going to leave it right there. By the way, if you want me to run an example like this for you, just call me. You call or text me. We'll take care of it. It's not a big deal. And then next week, I'm going to talk about move-up purchase, if existing homeowners are looking into buying a new home, investment property, whatnot, maybe what some good strategies for that are. Thanks again for checking out my YouTube channel, my content. I always appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful week.